it's Tibeth here. I know that after academic school year is over, most people like to, sit down and write up what it is that they've accomplished. And I am definitely very proud of a lot of the things I've been able to accomplish this past academic school year. But I thought that I would do something a little bit different and kind of just talk about some of the lessons that I learned. The number one thing that I learned this past school year is to pursue what you love and opportunities will come. A lot of the times I think we tend to force the things that we want in life, and of course that's great. I think I definitely am a part of like that hustle culture of being able to put your head down and work really hard and get what you want. But I also think that just pursuing the things that you love naturally by instinct, just doing that in itself, opportunities will come to you. It has given me so much every time that I just put my foot out there in things that I'm interested in, things that I've always wanted to try, and going out of my comfort zone, little things like that. I've always been able to find different opportunities through that. Second thing that I learned is just learning how to balance creativity and discipline. As someone who is naturally very creative, it's sometimes hard to kind of push that aside and really double down and focus on projects that I might not be as interested in, but I need in order to, finish off my degree and etc. So knowing when it's time for me to be able to tap into the creative side of me, and also when it's time to really just focus and just discipline myself to get through assignments that I might not be as passionate about, or get through projects that I might be doing in a class that I'm not as interested as I am in like another class, and not kind of like sidetracking myself by constantly pursuing the creative stuff and forgetting about the things that are also important academically. And just learning how to kind of balance both has been a really big thing for me. Another thing that I learned is that authenticity is your superpower. I go to a historically black university, and obviously being surrounded by people who look like me is so empowering, but also being surrounded by people who look like me, it's very easy to kind of get caught up in trying to fit in and trying to assimilate to a specific culture. And just learning that authenticity is your superpower is very empowering, because it's like, yes, you can be surrounded by people who look like you, but you can also be yourself and have that still matter. As someone who kind of started college a little bit later than most of my peers, it was sometimes very easy to kind of compare myself, and learning how to embrace your differences. Obviously, I've learned so many different things, and I'm not going to have time to list them all in this video. One of the last things I did want to talk about, learning time management. Obviously, being a student athlete and also having so many different passions off the court, it's definitely been hard for me to kind of pick and choose what it is that I want to pursue. And I've learned that I don't necessarily have to drop other things for the other, but just learning how to manage my time well so that I can kind of check everything off my list of what it is that I want to accomplish. And I think this past school year, I've definitely proven to myself that it is possible. As long as you have time management skills, you can do it all. That concludes all of the lessons that I've learned this past academic school year. I really appreciate anyone who took the time to listen to this video, and stay tuned for more. Bye.